It's your boy Yada,
What's going on? It's Sam.
and you listening to the Envelope Pushers podcast. Sam Lee, you want to tell me what an envelope pusher is?
Yes, sir. All right. An envelope pusher is to behave in more extreme ways or to try new things that have not been acceptable or tried before. That's what an envelope pusher is.
100. That's what we're going to do today. Bet. All right, so bear with us, our first podcast. You feel me?
Yes, sir. I'm
Yeah,
excited, man.
Yeah, for real, man. You know, we've been working hard on this. You feel me?
This is family. If y'all only knew how many minutes we just put in, goddamn,
100.
just to get it started, which is
For
crazy.
real. Technical difficulties, man.
No cap. Y'all, hey, if y'all want to start a podcast, man, y'all better learn how to work this computer stuff.
Oh, facts, man.
This is
dedicate some time just for the setup. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, because we thought we was gonna be able to snap here, quick there, get it done. No, sir.
I thought it was sweet. But, hey, you want to give them a little introduction of what we're gonna do in our podcast and all that?
Yeah, man. So me and Kenyatta, we want to start a podcast together. I've been wanting to start a podcast, but just didn't have the right person or even thought of doing a podcast remotely and virtually. So I never thought of anybody that could do this podcast with me. And basically, I just wanted to bring knowledge to the community and build a community. I love my Blackness. Happy Black History Month to everybody.
Yeah, happy Black History Month, by the way.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Happy Black History Month. So, and with this podcast, you know, we just want to bring information to the people and we want to grow with everybody else because we're still in our early stages of knowledge of self and we're learning along the way. So that's kind of what we want to bring. So hopefully we can do some more stuff and hopefully we can build on platforms in order to get our name out and to connect with everybody else.
100. And this podcast too, like it's not only just ours, but we want it to be like a community thing. Like we want to get like a lot of input. You know, we want like, I don't know, we want people just be really in it. Like give us suggestions and we'll put out content too. Like what people want to hear, suggestions, and we're open to any criticism, any of that. You know, we just trying to get this the best we can.
Yes, sir. Just trying to get to it. That's it.
Yup.
Get to it and do it. So I think that's a nice segue into what we should be talking about and just introducing ourselves and who we are and how we started this journey and kind of gaining daily, you know, consciousness.
That knowledge of self, you know.
Yeah, the knowledge of self. So if you want to start, we could do like where we from and how our story started.
Yeah, you know, I'm Kenyatta. You know, people call me Yada, and I'm from Duluth, Minnesota. And I don't know, basically how I got started, man. It was just I've always been really like I've always like loved reading and just learning about the history. You know what I'm saying? But obviously, growing up, right, we ain't really taught our history. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like we learn all about like I don't know, just we learn about just American history, and it seems like the only part that we have in it, they try to make it like it's just slavery, you know. But I always knew there was something before that, you know. Like we didn't. That's not our legacy. So it's kind of where I started. Basically in high schools, and I really got started like my senior year, going into my freshman year of college. That's when I started getting into on this Pan-Africanism. That's when I started learning about Marcus Garvey. Like I was so surprised. I mean, I know now, but back then I was surprised. Like, why didn't they teach us about Marcus Garvey? Because this man was amazing. But
amazing.
You know, once you do the knowledge, you understand why they don't want you to know about Marcus Garvey.
Amazing. Yeah.
You feel me? But that's kind of what it is. And all through like college, like I just graduated in the spring, you know. But all throughout, yeah, facts, you too. Yeah, all throughout college, you know, I was just trying to get a knowledge of self, you know, learn here and there. Financial literacy too, right? You know, that's a big thing, right? You know, not only learn like the history, but once you learn that, you also learn about ownership and how important that is, you know. So it's kind of how I got into it. How about you?
Oh yeah. Well, let me ask you a question. Like, was there like a certain instance, like you just felt deep in your heart, like, dang, I need to learn my history? Like, you know, was it something specific? Like you were like, okay, I got to start actually reading about what my people did and what my people got going on.
I mean, a certain instance. I mean, like here and there, like my mom taught me like a little bit, you know, what she knew. I watched the Malcolm X movie. She showed me that. And I kind of just learned here and there. But So I got to high school, right? And
Yeah.
we learning about like the Panthers and Malcolm X. And my history teacher, before he taught us about Malcolm X, he was like, this man was a racist. He was a militant, right? My history teacher
That's
said it.
exactly
Same with the
yeah.
Black Panthers. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I felt bad because I didn't like. I knew it was like weird what he was doing, but I didn't know enough to like stand up for
But
myself.
that's how they get you. That's how they start. They
You know
start
what I'm
us
saying?
early like that in the education system. That's how
And I
they
kind of
start us
felt
early.
belittled because like I knew I wanted to say something, but I didn't know what to say because I didn't have the knowledge.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So from that point on, I'm like, you know, I got to have the knowledge, right? I got to know. I got to cover my bases. You know what I'm saying? So then when that happens again, like I'm just gonna spit straight facts, and they can't dispute it.
Exactly.
You feel me?
Exactly.
And obviously, he knew more about them than me at the time, which I was like, man, this is my history. It's something I need to know. You feel me?
Yeah. That's right. Yeah. You took initiative and you did that.
Facts. What about you? Any point in time?
Yeah. So, like Kenyatta, I'm from Duluth, Minnesota originally, but moved to Georgia with my mom when I was in about off and on since the first grade, off and on, back and forth. Me and Kenyatta, we family. Then we go way back. So
like actually family though.
Actually family.
Actually
so
family.
And way back. So it's like that. So it was only right for this to happen. But me
100.
specifically, I think my story started in high school too, my senior year. I remember one day I was in class and I was arguing with a group of people that were friends, a Hispanic kid and a Black girl. And I remember I said one of the craziest things that I will probably never say again, but I was so brainwashed. I only played football and I kept my head down. Of course, single mom, going through all types of struggles and stuff like that. So I just, kept my head down. I didn't really look into self and my skin color. I just knew that we got treated bad and we got the bad end of the stick, basically. Yeah. But we were arguing, and I remember we were talking about the Latino community. And with the Latino community, they were talking about immigration. And I was just basically saying, America is bad. Like, why do people still come? Like, there's no reason for people to still immigrate here if it's bad, especially if you come illegally, And this is a time, I don't agree with those views anymore, but this was a time where I didn't have no enlightenment at all. And the girl who was in front of us, she was paying attention to the argument as well. And she was an Israelite. And I didn't even know at the time. Yes. And I didn't even know what an Israelite was. But she just started educating me. And she just said, hey, you know what you saying right now is ignorant. And, I'm just sitting there, and for me, when Black women say something, I just tend to listen. But, she was like, what you're saying is ignorant. And so I was like, okay, whatever. And she was like, nah, go home and you can search it up on YouTube. It's a video called Say Goodbye, Uncle Tom, or Say Hello, Uncle Tom. Something like that. And basically it's a whole like movie documentary. It's a movie that's fictional, but it's nonfiction. It's real. But
I feel you.
It's kind of shot in like a documentary style on like the whole process of the slave, like getting kidnapped, brought over on ships, the condition of the ships, when they landed, how they was treated, like how they were looked at, checking teeth, all types of stuff. It gets deep, and it's something like I sat there and I watched the whole video, and I think that's when it clicked, and that was my senior year in high school, and I said, okay, there's something wrong, and I need to educate myself, and what I was saying was ignorant.
Oh, for real.
So,
hey, also I want to add too, right? So one of the things my mom did was at a young, I forget what grade. I want to say I was definitely still in elementary school, maybe like fourth grade. And she made me watch Roots.
Yeah.
And that's when it was like, I mean, it was good to watch because like I was seeing it in the history books, but then when people acted out and I actually see like
seen it, yeah.
They take your name, religion, culture, God, they take mother tongue, they take all that from you, but I was able to really see it. And that's another thing. I'm like, dang, like this really happened. They really did that to us. You feel me?
And
like
that's,
it's not just in a book,
And that's what happened to me. So from there, after I watched that, I just started searching up anything related to consciousness and Black people. Like I was watching mad documentaries on
Thanks.
just anything, Marcus Garvey, Malcolm X, everybody, anybody I could come up with, think of that was Black. I just sat there and watched documentaries. And I think my journey started too is I started watching the debates, like with Brother Polite.
Yeah,
And,
I was gonna say, you tapping the side of the TV.
Yeah, inside of the TV.
Yeah, shout out to Side Netter, man. Side Netter did a lot for the culture.
No cap. And I think, what is it, Black Magic 365 or something like that, that have red pill and blue pill on there. But I just started watching that every day. Like anytime I was on YouTube, I was watching it and I was trying to gain as much knowledge as I could.
That's what I did too. Like when I first found Side Netter TV, I was addicted to it, bro.
Yes, I was watching Brother.
Like the setup. Like, hey, imagine what he had to go through for the setup, by the way. But just the setup, just like how everything, like it was just nice.
Facts. So
like our own network. You feel me? Like
facts. So I was watching that every day consistently, like, and I would go back and talk to this friend that was an Israelite. And she's still giving me game, like, yo, no, this is how it go. Like, even when I was applying for colleges and I was telling them like what I wanted to go to college for, they was like, that industry owned by a white man. And white men, you know, they dominate that industry. And I never thought of it like that way. My degree is in sport management. Yeah. So, you know, it is white. It is a large population of white shareholders and people who hold high positions.
Owners. There's no Black NFL owner right now.
Yeah.
But we make what percent? Do you know what percentage?
It was like 70 or 80. It was like 70 to 80. It's like it's a crazy number.
Take Black people out of the NBA, NFL, MLB. I don't know, the Olympics. Like it's not fun. It's not fun to watch. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Like we make them money, man.
Exactly. So for my story, you know, I think I've always been, you know, pro-Black. Even in I think everybody had their like skater days, and growing up in Duluth, we on bikes, we on snowboards, we on sleds, we on skateboards, we on anything we can ride and play outside, and that's how we was. So even through my skater days, I gravitated towards a brand that was owned by a Black man. So
DGK,
Dirty Ghetto Kids. I had the skateboard, I had the shoelace belt.
Hey, that was my favorite brand too. Like I didn't really skate like that. I mean, I know how to skateboard now just from like being in like Virginia Beach and stuff. But yeah, DGK, like I was attracted to because it was like Black people on it. And the dude that owns it was a Black dude, and he was in that game, that Tony Hawk game.
Yes, sir.
Something Williams, I forget, but yeah.
Stevie Williams. Shout out to Stevie Williams, man. Big inspiration, man. A huge breakthrough in skateboarding. Legendary for sure. Still is too.
For sure.
But I was always like that. So I always gravitated towards my people just naturally. And, you know, I feel like our people, every race, they gravitate to each other naturally. But for me, intellectually, when it started to lock in was that senior year in high school, freshman year in college, when I started breaking away from, you know, the K through 12 system, the education system.
Yup.
So yeah.
Big facts. Hey, so what are some future episodes you want to tell them about, you know? So our viewers got something to look forward to, you feel me?
But so I know Kenyatta mentioned that we want to watch the what is it, Judah?
Yeah, Judas and the Black Messiah. That's coming out February 12th.
Yes, sir.
We're gonna do a whole episode about that. You feel me? Like, we gonna talk about.
I don't know if you've seen the soundtrack. The soundtrack is crazy.
I ain't seen the soundtrack yet.
Yeah, they did the little. I know I seen a Jay-Z and Nipsey Hussle song on there. Oh, Nipsey? It's crazy though. Yes, it's crazy.
Yeah, and
that movie. We can get more into that once the day come. Once the movie come out, because we'll be sure to watch that.
Oh, big facts. Like that's in 2 days. I can't wait to watch it.
Yeah.
But yeah, you know, we're gonna go into that. You know, of course, y'all know that's about Fred Hampton. You don't know Fred Hampton, right? He's in the Black Panther Party.
Yeah.
Played a big role in there. And then COINTELPRO, you know, by J. Edgar Hoover. You know what I'm saying? He was trying to find that Black Messiah. And yeah, Panthers were on that list. You know, Honorable Elijah Muhammad, Malcolm X, Martin Luther King. You know, they was really trying to stop our progress. You know, they didn't want nobody coming into leadership. You know, that meant
facts.
something though.
And you can see it all throughout history. They never want us in a place of leadership. Even our black leaders are constantly attacked, man. Always constantly attacked.
Yeah. Hey, another thing too. Okay, I just thought of this.
Yeah.
Tariq Nasheed is about to bring out a bug breaking documentary, and that's gonna be nice. But there's also a lot of like bug breaking, like with our leaders. Like they kind of like they used to do this on the plantations. You know, they used to take the most masculine, a leader on the plantation and just humiliate, you know, him or her in front of just the whole plantation.
Hey, with this podcast, hey, we gotta let them know it's not just humiliation.
Oh yeah, rape, kill, all
worse.
that shit.
It's butt breaking. It gets nasty. I think that's like a lot of times people get lost in like we cover it up, but white education covered it up so much we boil it down to it was just slavery. But if we get into what was really going on, like, no, it's not just humiliation, it's not just slavery. Like, it was some real sick stuff going on. And you know, I don't want this to be this podcast isn't just going to be about slavery and the black struggle. We're definitely going to highlight black excellence, because I know a topic that we're definitely going to do in the future is on Master P, and he's going crazy right now.
He's going crazy. I really hope he get Reebok, man.
Yeah, me too.
That's gonna be my favorite brand.
That'd be huge. And you know, he's one of those people that are preaching ownership and, you know, sticking with your people and building our community as our wealth within the community. Like,
oh yeah, man,
these are big topics. But this podcast isn't just going to be about, this is a struggle, this is that. Nah, this here is going to be to uplift people and highlight people. We want to be able to delve into brands, up and coming entrepreneurs. We want to be able to highlight these people. And it's something that I enjoy, and I know Kenyatta enjoy. We talk text at least once a day, every 2 days, about some. Kenyatta
constantly
always
just sharing posts on Instagram. Like, you know, we always building. You feel me?
Facts. Kenyatta always sending me information, even when I think I'm up on the next. But you know, we also want to touch on topics like the stock market and.
I love the stock market.
Y'all love the stock market. I'm still new to it. I'm still trying to understand it. You know, I look at the little graph and I see a whole bunch of lines, like I'm pretty sure a lot of people. But even Kenyatta touched on the financial literacy as well. That needs to be a big part of our community to understand how financials working.
Yeah, group economics. You know, that's huge.
Economics, because I don't know about you, Kenyatta, but from my college experience, my freshman year. When I came in, I did not understand what financial aid was for the life of me.
No, like stuff like credit, right?
Yeah,
like,
credit.
I didn't have a credit card. I wish I would have started building when I was in high school, maybe, or something. But I didn't understand credit. I didn't really understand banks like that. Like, I thought it was gonna take my money.
Yeah,
you feel me? Like, I didn't understand none of that.
Like, credit cards is bad. Don't touch them.
That's what I was taught. You know,
but credit cards can be your best friends in a lot of instances.
Oh yeah, you just got to use them responsibly.
Yeah, and not to, you know, quote unquote shit on our family, but you know, we weren't taught that. I wasn't taught that. At least I was, you know, we get it how we live. I was raised by a single mother with 4 boys, so it got rowdy, and you know, it was a struggle, but it wasn't ever like, oh, well, let me show you how a credit card work, or let me show you how this money can maneuver and make more money for you. It was, hey, I got it. We need to spend it so you can eat, so you can have clothes, so we can do this and that. But
I think we have a lot of time for that.
Facts. So I think, like, even right now, I think we got a unique opportunity to change that, you know, being 20, 23, 24, no kids, and we able to educate ourselves. Not saying even if you have kids, that's a bad thing. I think that's a beautiful thing. I can't wait to have my own. But there's the situation.
Not now though.
Yeah, not now. But from the situation, you know, my mom was in, you know, I got a great opportunity. We both have great opportunities. That's why I think a podcast was so crucial. Not only spreading this information, because we're young and nobody's touching on information like this at a young age that can still connect with people. Like, we have people that touch on topics about our community, but not at this age. And I feel like there's more of us out there. We just can't, you know, express it as much as we want to.
Yeah, facts. Like, that's always been one of our biggest problems, is just not not having a platform to express ourselves. But
Facts.
we're like in an age now where like me and you are doing this podcast. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Facts.
you know, a lot of people got like smartphones and stuff to record on, or social media. Like we've been able to express ourselves more than ever, I feel like, you know, during this time. You know what I'm saying? Like just a click of a button, we posting something. You know what I'm saying?
Even,
We
even though
writing
it
the
was
status.
even though it was a struggle to get this one up,
Oh
but
yeah.
exactly, a click of the button.
You just got yeah. It wasn't a click the button for us, but you know,
Yeah.
eventually it will be. You feel me?
No, facts. There's no cap.
Yeah, man. We have more platforms than ever. You know.
Yeah, and I know we probably finna wrap up in a little bit, but I did want to ask you, like, as far as reach, like, you know, I know for us it was like once you said you want a podcast and it clicked for me, and I was like, oh, I want to have a podcast, but I just wanted to get your like how you think, you know, your connections are and how your connections are with your friends, to where you can't even talk about topics like we're gonna discuss in future episodes, if that makes sense.
Yeah, like topic, like the conversation. Like you talking like conversation with like the homies about this kind of stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, like I'll be honest, man. My whole life I've been clowned for being conscious.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
call me Malcolm. You know what I'm saying? Or all kinds of stuff. But I mean, I don't know. Like you just gotta find people you're gonna build with. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, cause I mean, sports is cool. Like, you know, entertainment stuff that's cool sometimes, but I don't want to talk about that every day. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'd rather talk about the stock market. I'd rather talk about like solutions, like building the community. Real estate, that's another one, man. I can't wait to get some property for real. Like,
facts.
That's one of my goals. But yeah, these conversations are hard, and I don't feel like they're not talked enough about. Now, I do think like the paradigm is shifting though, because if you think about it, we got like you know, we got like celebrities, of course, like your athletes, your artists, but we got like celebrity teachers now. You know what I'm saying? Like, we got like celebrity like investors. You know what I'm saying? So I do think like the paradigm, like Master P, for example, like people like Master P, and he was in the music industry and all that, but right now people are talking about his business plans. You know what I'm saying? And even Jay-Z, like Jay-Z, he don't make as much music as he does, but people are talking about like his business plans and just stuff like that. So I do think the paradigm is shifting, which is a good thing, but we just got to get better at having these conversations.
Yeah.
And not clowning people for wanting to learn things, you know?
Just because
I feel like a lot of people don't know something and they want to like put somebody else down because they don't know it, but just do the knowledge. You feel me?
That's facts. No, that's facts. That's exactly how I feel too. Because like you said, it's shifting, and people like Jay-Z, Master P, of course, these people, but also on social media, huge impact. Of course, you know, the past presidency with Trump, I feel like social media started going crazy in the uproar. And I don't want to step on our topics that might happen later down the road, but we just talking, so you know, so it's just flowing. But even people like Reza Islam, 19 Keys, Brother Ben X,
Wall Street Trapper. Yeah, I watched them daily.
Yeah, Earn Your Leisure. You know, people like that who influence
Black
the culture.
Wealth Renaissance. All that.
Yeah, and it, you know, like you said, like sports is cool. You know, that's how I related to a lot of people. You know, we both played sports in high school and in college, so that was our life. Like, and we would talk to people every day about sports, but I'm supposed to talk about sports every day, and my people hurting. You know what I'm saying? When I see our people getting killed and stuff in social media, like that hurts. Like, I don't want to talk about football. I don't want to talk about basketball.
Right.
I don't want to talk about the music. My music taste gonna change because I don't want to hear none of that extra stuff. At this point in time, I want to pick up a book or something. I want to learn how to make money and get out of this situation, and also how I can help other people get out of this situation. That's it, man. So
100, man. That's my goals too.
And
that's another thing too about like the sports thing. Like we realize it now because we older, but when you were younger, sports is only what, like that was like 4 years of my life. Like college football, you know what I mean? High school.
And I only played two in college. So
you know, so it's like people realize like, yo, like what are you gonna do when sports are done? You know what I mean? And the earlier the better, right? You know, once you have a plan,
way earlier.
You know what I mean? It's gonna be good. But yeah, some people get heartbroken or don't know what to do with themselves after that, you know. So
and I wanna touch on that topic, you know, kind of bringing my story so more people can get to know me on this first episode. Make y'all have to go back to learn about these stories. But
100.
my second year of college, I broke my ankle. And, you know, even when I was in high school, I kind of knew, you know, I wasn't over 6'1", and I was a defensive lineman, defensive end. I wasn't going to go anywhere for real. But when I broke my ankle, it made me self-reflect. And with that, you know, my main goal when I was going in football, you know, the hoop dreams, the NFL professional dreams, it was to, you know, help my community. What I wanted to do with my money, be able to donate it, build a community center, be able to take care of my mama, you know, stuff like that. So, you know, like you said, people got to realize it and recognize it. And when they do, it'll be better. Because for me, it wasn't more so, oh, I want to play in the NFL. It was me, I want to take care of my community. And now since NFL, not that vehicle, I can use it in other ways as far as education. Because one day, like you said, football is going to end. The entertainment stuff is going to end. But what is your real goal? What's your goal at the end of the day? Because you might want to be in the NFL, but if your goal is to take care of your mama, you can still do that. If your goal is to take care of your brothers or your sisters, you can still do that. Right. You want to cop that Rolls Royce, you want to cop the Rolex, you can still do that. We just got to figure out different ways. We got to get educated on stock markets and real estate and things like that.
Just building wealth, you know, like, I want to say, I should have looked this up before the podcast. I want to say by like 2050, I don't know. The statistic was, I think black wealth is going to be zero.
I seen that.
Like $0. You know what I mean?
I don't know. I don't know if you sent me that or I read it somewhere, but that scares me. That scares me.
Yeah, right. So we got to start thinking about just assets and I don't want to get too much into it because you know we gonna do whole podcasts on this stuff.
Yeah,
you know
we still got a whole bunch, but
right?
We already flowing, man. This is good, man. This don't even feel like nothing no more.
Right,
man.
It just feel like a conversation, to be honest with you.
No cap. Yeah, that's fast though.
Bad. So, all right, man. So I think it's time to wrap it up.
All right, man. Let's wrap it up, man.
Nice little introduction.
I think that was a great podcast to start off, man. And
that was for
wrap
real.
This up, but man,
I hope y'all liked it. Like I said, like give us feedback if y'all got some ideas about episodes, stuff y'all want to hear about. You know what I'm saying? Let us know. Like we'll definitely work on it.
No cap, and we'll be on most platforms. We're gonna be on YouTube, SoundCloud, Anchor. I think the other one was
Anchor is one.
Yeah, and
we're gonna try to get it like on a bunch of streaming platforms.
On a bunch of streaming platforms, but make sure you look us up on SoundCloud and YouTube for sure. Yeah, because we'll be on there. And we have profiles already up for that stuff, and then we'll give y'all all the links to the social media so y'all can follow us on there as well.
Facts. Yeah, Instagram. Like I'm big on Instagram. Yeah, I feel like Instagram is just great. Like there's like a community on there, just like talking about black wealth, like. I don't know. I've met a lot of people through Instagram, you know. Yeah,
and you know, Kenyatta already said he not really up on it yet, but we gonna hop on TikTok too, man. Just something to try, cause you know I want.
I don't even have a TikTok right now. I'm gonna get one. Though.
I want to be able to reach, you know, even the ones that's younger than us, and so they might want to do this. You know, let's say our podcast don't pop off, but somebody see it and they do a podcast and they should pop off,
right?
But thank you. No cap. All right, so I'm gonna end it out, man. Thank everybody for tuning in with the envelope pushers, man. Continue to keep pushing. Number one rule: continue to keep pushing and keep trying to gain knowledge.
100 peace.